Hi there, welcome back. Today we want to talk about how you can recover and regrow a new body in, you can start regrowing a new body in as little as 7 days. So this is amazing because last week's post was all about how common it is now for people to be sick and unhealthy and to have brain fog and dementia and all the rest. Like, you really do need to look at last week's post. We'll put a link in below. But this week we want to give you fresh hope how your body can turn things around very easily, and because your body has the blueprint for perfect health, and the cells of your body are constantly comparing the state of where you're at now and comparing it to the blueprint, like an architect has to go back to the blueprint or his papers, his architectural drawings for a building. Your body does exactly the same. So
we mentioned last week that a lot of disease is metabolic disease, disorder, meaning the cells aren't getting their energy properly. So if your cells start getting energy properly, then it'll recover the blueprint. Yeah.
For sure, and we see that many times. We're not just talking about hot air here, right? We've helped many thousands of people over the last, since the year 2000, actually change their life around and reach a turning point. So, and the turning point helps you to go back in the right direction. So if you if you were to, in an ideal world, really lower your carbohydrates, cut out all sugars, including fruit juices and all the rest, your body starts to recover straight away. And Pete, you had a client recently. Well, yeah, we'll just call him John.
John came to me, and he was probably sent by his wife, because his wife started complaining that he was short-fused and grumpy, and he had memory loss, brain fog, and things like that. But the main thing was he was getting grumpy and a bit short-fused. Anyway, I did the what we call the biomedics or full health audit testing, and found he had really bad liver stress. So his kidneys were having to get rid of some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff the liver should have been. So that really signifies that the liver is clogged up with a lot of stored fat, so fatty liver. And he didn't drink any alcohol, but
he was really shocked to hear that he had fatty liver syndrome, wasn't he?
He was consuming a lot of high starch carbohydrates and sweet things. But also I found out, well, I asked him how much he drank water-wise, and he said, oh, plenty, drank plenty. And upon doing the urine tests, I found out that he was only about a third hydrated. And for his body weight, he needed 3.5 litres of water a day, which, can take some doing.
Most people need that, actually. Yeah. Most men would need 3 to 4 litres
of water per day. A litre for every 30 kilograms of body weight. So he was a bit over 90 kilograms, 95. So, he needed those 3.5 litres to adequately hydrate, because if you think of the brain, it's nearly 70% fat if you take the water out of it, but the other component is mainly water as well. So hydration is a key, isn't it? Is a key factor. And then we don't get any minerals and trace minerals in the food we eat, so you need a 1/4 teaspoon of pure salt, which is just minerals and trace minerals. Forget the word salt, think minerals and trace minerals. If you have Himalayan salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of that for every litre of water you drink, to give us adequate minerals and trace minerals, because they're not in the food we eat. They're not in our soils these days. It's been washed out to sea over millions of years.
And also, like, all the toxins are leaching the minerals out of your body on top of it. Yeah. So.
But we were saying about the body replacing itself, the cells. So there are parts of the body, the cells are replaced they're being replaced all the time. Like your eyeballs are nearly replaced every 48 hours.
They are.
Your stomach lining is replaced every 4 to 5 days. And all your red blood cells, which is over 60% of the cells in your body, are replaced in 4 months. So
110 days, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So 4 to 5 months down the track, you'd probably 85% of your body would be replaced with new cells. So
you're looking at a new person.
It stands to reason that if you start giving your cells the things they need to work properly, you'll have a far better new body in 4 to 5 months. But you start feeling the effects of it in quick time.
Well, usually in 7 days, and it's true, our clients will ring us up and say, so happy I'm feeling the difference, or people will say to them, what are you taking? I want what you're on, because you look completely different and you're healthy, your skin is glowing and all the rest. By the way, you have new skin every 2 to 4 weeks. The skin inside your hands is like new every 5 days. I love all these facts, by the way.
Most of the dust in your house is skin cells.
Well, so yucky, I don't like it.
We're sloughing off the skin and replacing it with new cells all the time.
Yeah. Even your stomach lining can be replaced every 5 minutes. The cells inside the stomach that producing hydrochloric acid, because I guess it burns, doesn't it?
It's a very harsh environment in the stomach. Yeah.
So they are new every 5 minutes. So back in the past, scientists believed some parts of your body are never new, right? That's it. What you're born with, that's it. Especially when they're talking about your brain cells. And that's actually not true. We do have a new brain all the time as well. And even our bone structure, which is slow growing, but that's still completely new. Every 2 years you have a new skeleton. And anyway, I can prove that for myself, because my sacrum was completely smashed by an accident I was in, and basically smashed to pulp. And the doctors created bone cement for my own bones from the scrapings of the sacrum, and they put it back in. And then the surgeon said, well, your body is just going to make a new sacrum, like in the same shape how it used to be, because that's what your body does. And it's true, like if I look on x-rays now of my lower back, I have a sacrum. It looks normal, right? You wouldn't even know that it was completely smashed. So the body, and that will happen with your elbow, your knees, complicated joints. Your body knows how to regrow itself. I can't stress that enough. And you know that anyway. You can, because when you cut your skin, you know, the next morning or a few hours later, it's already sealed over, and often the next morning it's better. So you can, and your hair keeps growing and all that. So we're talking about the power of intelligence that's doing that for you, is constantly growing your new body. But so here's the question then. Well, how can we get old, and how we get old? Why do people feel old and tired? What is one of the key reasons, your opinion, or do you want me to tell you?
It's because we're not giving our bodies the things it needs to make good cells with.
Okay.
So it's replacing the cells with similar cells to what died off.
Okay, so I'll get a little bit more specific now. So when we're 28, supposedly we reach the peak, like physically speaking, right? After age 28, the body produces less and less enzymes. Can we just look at enzymes first, all right? So the body, little children are full of enzymes. So enzymes create chemical reactions in your body that make you run around and play and be alert and wake up, bounce out of bed in the morning. I mean, you can't keep up with little kids. If you try to keep up with little kids, you can't. You start crying, right? Because they just never sit still. You'd be totally exhausted.
If you go for a walk with a 4-year-old child, they'll have covered 100 times the distance you've covered. Yeah.
So their bodies are still full of enzymes. And as we get older, the body produces less and less enzymes, and there is another sharp decline in enzymes after age 40, because basically I think Mother Nature wants to kill off the old generation and make room for the new generation. Perhaps, right? It could be.
Enzymes are
the supporters of life.
Yeah, they're precursors to a lot of reactions, chemical reactions in the body.
So other than water and salt, and really good fats, you need to supplement with enzymes, because you just need to if you want to stay young and healthy, which is something Pete and I have done for many, many years now. And we import enzymes from America, so we probably have one of the best enzyme ranges, you know, in the form of supplements in Australia. So please go to our website and check them out. The most common one that we recommend that suits absolutely everyone is called Omnizyme. Omni is short for all, right? So that means it contains a little bit of every enzyme that promotes your digestion. So then your digestion works well, the cells in your body can generate energy and you can jump out of bed easily.
Another thing that produces hundreds of enzymes within your body are the good intestinal bacteria. Mm-hmm. Scientists have discovered about 400 different enzymes and still discovering what they're doing for us. And so replenishing the good gut bacteria on a daily basis will help help you stay young and really replenishing those enzymes.
And of course what kills your gut bacteria, so gut bacteria are not the same as enzymes though, but they are like a community that live together.
They are producing the enzymes.
That's right. Yeah. So like good bacteria, enzymes and all the rest, good yeasts as well that promote health, they live together in an intelligent community. So we absolutely recommend that everyone supplement with an enzyme. And these days, sometimes children already need to supplement as well because, right, they're enzyme deficient, right? So we just go ahead and check out our shop. But Omnizyme is a really, really good all-round one. If you've lost your gallbladder, you usually recommend David, don't you?
David,
yeah, that's a really good one for people who don't have a gallbladder because that supports what you're lacking in your digestion. Then we have Synthol, which kills Candida as well, and it's amazing. Lots of people.
It's also got spore probiotics, which are replenishing good gut bacteria, plus a full range of the enzymes.
Mm-hmm. So, and then there's Oral Life, there's Infonorm, because enzymes also stop inflammation and they heal your body from the inside out. So there's a whole range, so please go ahead and check them out. So in America, what was really interesting is that the rich people spend a ton more money over their lifetime, I should say, on supplements, and they also tend to live 10 years longer rather than their poor counter people who are poor. Now, it's not just probably because that they buy supplements, but they do invest in themselves. Whereas the poor people, they tend to use their like food vouchers or whatever they call it, Pete. In America, where poor people are handed food, what's the word? Stamps, right? They tend to go to the shop and spend it on Coke.
Well, the most common really food that people spend their food stamps on is Coca-Cola.
And maybe even Diet Coke, which is even worse, because Diet Coke has got artificial sugar in it that rots your brain. Literally, it does. Artificial sugar rots your brain. So then people have brain fog and they can't think clearly, so they buy more rubbish, of course, right? So Coke, we all know that will completely destroy your microbiome, your tummy, and then your brain is your your microbiome, your gut is your second brain. People would sometimes even call it your first brain.
First brain, because a lot of the information goes from the gut to the brain first.
Yeah.
But Grada and I, we use beet flow to stimulate the bile flow, get the bile flow going, which is the waste out of the body, which is needed for good digestion. Plus we have an enzyme,
on Omnizyme usually,
and a good probiotic, and then we also supplement with iodine, which is what we call the ultimate vitality boost pack. It's helped thousands of different people get their health back. And for the price of a cup of coffee a day, which is about, $6 on average, that's what it costs.
Yeah.
For those four supplements.
For the ultimate vitality boost package.
Yeah, which will improve your life and keep you young, because you'll be digesting your food properly, getting the nutrients for your body that's being replaced all the time.
Also, all these products don't have a middleman, by the way, so they're still relatively cheap. Well, they definitely are compared to what we've seen on the market and what people buy. A lot of the products that people buy is what I say, they're throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping that something is going to stick and they're going to get a certain result in their body and start to feel healthier and happier and jump out of bed, which isn't going to happen because a lot of products have lots of fillers in it, poor quality, and again, people don't realize they need enzymes, right? Out of the Ultimate Vitality Boost, it's got 4 different supplements, and all of these are as essential as each other. You really can't skip one. It's like a table with 4 legs, right? If you remove one of the legs, the table is going to collapse or it's going to get wobbly, right? So it's called iodine because that's the key mineral that's absolutely missing everywhere. And like Peter said, it's got a really great enzyme mixture in it. The beet flow is like always the most popular product anyway. It flows, so it just...
It dilates the bile duct, so the
I was
bile
going to
will
say
flow.
it flies off the shelf.
Yep.
We often run out. And we also sometimes run out of Omnizyme as well. So, and then it's got the immunosymbiotic, which is also straight from the manufacturer from the US. It's a very superior.
Plus, it's got a capsule that withstands the stomach acid. So the good intestinal bacteria get where they're meant to be in the small intestine.
All of this helps to get more life back into your body, right? So you don't walk around with parts of your body literally feeling as if they've died, or some people come to us and they wake up in the morning and they're saying like, every morning it feels as if I've died and come back, I just don't have any energy. And it's really, really sad. And some of those people are only like 30, right? So it's important that you start regrowing your body. And
it was only about 1 or 2 weeks after John had seen me that his wife contacted us and thanked us for helping him, because he was a different person.
That's right. He was
he was mellow, chilled out. And,
She couldn't believe it, basically.
No.
So, I mean, I really like it that people come to us themselves, actually, because they want to be the best version of themselves. That's ideal. These are our ideal clients. When you come to us,
it would have been better if John had wanted to come himself. But
that's what
anyway,
I'm trying to say.
He did come because of his wife wanting him to, and he benefited, and then she reaped the benefits as well.
And she came as well. Yeah. But the thing is, he still comes to you because once you turn the corner, you realize what's good for you. You never want to go back to the bad old days. And sometimes you just need a little tweak in your health, right? So when Peter does the full health audit, as we call it, now we used to call it the biomedics session, but it's really a full health audit. He looks at how your body makes energy in the cells. And sometimes when people are sick or you're not well, your cells are not producing energy properly. They're actually fermenting, which is really, fermenting is not a good way to create energy, right? But there are other ways that your body compensates for the deficiencies that are going around in your body, and then your body is very smart and intelligent, and it's trying to keep you going, but it's using all these compensating mechanisms, and you're going to run out of energy. Sometimes people just have absolutely hit rock bottom, and they can turn their lives around when you pinpoint exactly what's going on. So everyone is different. You're different to your neighbor, right? Or you're different to your mom or your brothers and sisters or your husband. You are unique as well, and your life and your health matters just as much as anyone else's. In fact, to you, you matter the most, right? So
plus you're the one most interested in your health, so you have to take control of it, really.
That's right. When your health starts to break down, you also find quite often your friends drop off, don't they? People, especially if it's chronic, people end up very lonely and isolated and alone, because I guess people start to, they have compassion fatigue or whatever the word is. But actually, the problem doesn't go away. You're still feeling just as bad, and you need more support. So Peter and I are here to support you, and we see you, and we love to listen to you and help you and get you on the right track. So there is usually a solution for every problem. That's what we found. Happy. Anyway, thank you for tuning in.
Your body is aimed at health.
It's more natural.
It's not aimed at disease.
Definitely more natural to be healthy than to be sick.
When you have something going wrong, it's one of the little red lights on the dashboard has just come up.
And you don't go and pull the lights with the dashboard.
Telling you need to take notice and do something about it.
Also, of course, what we didn't say, but I will mention it here quickly. You do need to have enough sleep. There's no substitute for sleep, right? You need good rest. So if you're not sleeping well, you better come and see Peter as well for a full health audit, because there is usually a reason why the cells of your body are not going to go to sleep as well, and it needs to be figured out. So good rest is also really, really important. But you can't bottle sleep up and sell it to the public. I wish we could, right? There is no substitute. So make sure you get good sleep as well. Anyway, hope you find this interesting. Let us know what you think. We're open every Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. The receptionist is here to answer your questions as well. And of course, our shop is always open, the online shop, 24/7. And Peter and I are here to help you and to inspire you and to give you hope.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a really great week.
Bye.